We now continue our featured documentary on the Great Yankee Walking War. What the hell is that, you're wondering? Well, stay tuned to find out. When you ask me about the Yankee Walking War, well, I think that like all great wars, this came from a place of love. I fell in love with a man who was fine as fire and twice as hot. Or at least that's what the other girls would say. I don't know, I just thought that he was rather tall.
Miss Hart was charming as cherry pie and twice as sweet. One day I was strumming on my old guitar and she came by and said, "My, that's a mighty big ukulele." Of course, I thought she was talking about my... Well, anyway, turns out she just thought my guitar was a big old ukulele. Clearly it was a guitar.
I always knew it was a guitar, but I had just come back from Hawaii and I wasn't really ready to let go of the islands.
Now I thought it was love at first sight. She had an adorable kick in her step and I just thought she was happy to see me. Turns out I was wrong. Dead wrong.
I remember walking with you before the Great Yankee Walking War.
Nicholas? Oh, he was kind and gentle, like a lady. In fact, I think that's what I liked about him, was his ladylikeness. Not like a man, but like a lady. A lady.
Our love wasn't conventional, of course, being that she was a leaf licker and all, but what's a leaf licker? Well, that's what we called Canadians before the country split. See, people from the north was always taking a good long lick of maple leaf. Leaf licking wasn't the worst quirk of those northern folk. They also had this weird way of prancing about, like they was just so excited to be getting anywhere at all.
Now, trouble started when Nicholas was always rambling on about the way I walked. He said he didn't like the way it looked. Too much pep, too much of a spring in my step. Now, what Mr. Underwood never understood about, what do you call us these days? Canadians? He just never understood that we were happy folk, ready to have a jaunting, jolly jaunt around. You don't have jaunting down there? Well, how do you get across the street?
Jaunting, that's what she called it. Now what in the hell does that mean? Why can't she just walk crouched slightly forward like a normal person?
Turns out the same differences between Nicholas and I were felt by the whole nation. Trouble was brewing, and the signs were clear. And that's how the war began, a war of ways. Looking both ways before you cross the street, kids.
I remember walking with you before the Great Yankee Walking War.
Well, there's not much more to say about that. She stayed up north and I stayed a little bit less north. In fact, I haven't even seen her since we wrote that song to commemorate the end of the war. Still, I wonder, her and I had met in another life, what things might be like today. Hi, I'm
Nick. Hi.
Hi, Pearl.
We're going to Drumheller.
Oh, I just had the craziest dream. We were cowboys and
You should find Sam and put it in his dream journal.
I mean, it felt so real.
Cool.
You were there, I was there,
Cool.
Hannah was there.
You know what? I gotta go find Hannah and Sam, get them ready to go. Hannah said she left something for you on the table.
Oh,
I'll see you in a minute.
all right.
The Great Yankee Walking War.
This is like my worst nightmare. And second to lastly, let me tell you how much a parking ticket costs in Vancouver.
Just like a vloggy sauce up in the mouth parts.
Okay.
So, you know.